I'll give you an update on Killing the Mob. 5 weeks out, about 250,000 copies sold, quarter of a million. It'll be number one on the New York Times list this coming Sunday again. We thank you all for supporting the book. The reason that Killing the Mob is doing so well is it accurately portrays organized crime. They are evil people, and we back it up. And it's also got amazing stories that you have never heard. So anyway, that made me think about the Godfather movies and the television program The Sopranos. And one of the stars of The Sopranos, a guy named Steve Schirripa. You may be seeing him on Blue Bloods now. That's probably the best show on TV, Blue Bloods. But anyway, you remember him. And this week is the anniversary of the last episode of The Sopranos in 2007, this week. Now, Steve has a podcast, Talking Sopranos, along with another actor, Michael Imperioli, who is also in the program. And he's also got an upcoming book, Woke Up This Morning, The Definitive Oral History of The Sopranos. And Mr. Schirripa joins us now from Laguna, California, where he is living large, no pun intended. How you doing, Steve?
Good,
Haven't seen
buddy.
you in a while.
I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, we usually commiserate at the Knicks games. Now, the impression that worldwide people have of the mob, a lot of it is your fault. Gandolfini and all you guys are so good at what you do that it almost brings a sympathy to organized crime. Am I wrong?
I don't think so, Bill. Listen, I grew up around that, those guys, and they are bad people and they do bad things, not just to each other. Some people out there seem to think it's a joke. You know what I mean? They think to emulate or act like a mobster, it's like a joke. I don't get it, that they're not real characters. They're not real people. They're cartoons. What I do think about The Sopranos, it is a slice of Italian-American life that needed to be told. I don't think it was glorified. It's just very real. The mob does exist in America and around the world. And I think David Chase, who's Italian himself, and most of the actors were, needed to tell this story. I mean, this is
Okay.
real. It happens.
All right. So now, when you do your podcast with Imperioli, what is the essence of that? What do people want to know about the program?
So we have a guest on. We've had just about 98% of the cast members, right? So we have a guest. We talk to them about their experience on the show, about how how they auditioned, what they read for, their background. Then me and Michael, we go through each episode. We started with episode 1. We're now in season 5. And we break down each episode scene by scene. And we talk about it. We talk about the acting. We talk about behind the scenes stuff that we remember. And so on and so on. Michael's much more technical than me. He wrote 5 episodes. He talks about camera angles and shots, and I'm more about what was happening in the scene, So
Now, why do you think people are so interested 14 years after the program went off the air? What is it about The Sopranos that has captured the imagination of millions of people?
Bill, there's a lot of younger people watching it. That's why we did the podcast. There's a whole group of people, younger people in their 20s, college age, in their late 20s that were too young to watch it then. Their parents watched it. It holds up perfectly. Besides the cars and the cell phones, it could have been written yesterday. I think Tony Soprano was a murderer. He's a cheater. He's a thief. Yet the audience rooted for him. I think people relate to him, his family. He's got the same problems as everyone else. It's coming at him every
That's true. My son, 17, is now watching The Sopranos, and I said, if you say any of the words that those guys say, you got to answer to me. See, I'm the real godfather here, Steve. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying to you?
I never doubted you for a second. I know.
I'm letting him watch it, but I don't want him to adopt the mannerisms. Now, interestingly enough, you play 180 degrees opposite character on Blue Bloods, which is, I think, the finest written program on the air today. And the ensemble cast, just like The Sopranos, you guys are so good, every single one of them. But I like the Blue Bloods better because the police are heroes, generally speaking, in my mind, whereas I said the organized crime, they're evil. Now, when you go out on this, go ahead.
This is what I like. When I was on The Sopranos, I would have fat, sweaty mobsters come to me and give me tips on how to kill someone. I'm not kidding you. In a bar, me and Michael were there. The guy told us how to strangle someone from behind. Dead serious.
Right.
At least on Blue Bloods, I have cops and detectives who I respect. I love cops. I respect totally. And they come up to me and they say, "We love what you're doing, how you portray us." And I say, "Do you believe me as a detective?" And when they say they do, that makes me extremely happy.
Well, look, you're a good actor, Steve, and everyone who's ever seen you in anything knows that. So I want people to go to talkingsopranos.com, talkingsopranos.com. You can get the podcast. Steve's new book will be out. You can get up to speed on that. And we wish you the very best. As always, Steve, we'll see you when you get back to New York, I hope.
Thank you, man. Good to see you. Go Knicks. We had a good season. Good season.
That's right. Coach of the year.
Down, but the city really needed the Knicks this season, and they came through. So I'll see you in the fall at a Knicks game.
Fellow Americans, I am concerned about the U.S. dollar. Huge debt, as you know. Will it stay as the world's reserve currency? That's why now more than ever, I recommend you diversify with gold and silver. And the only company I recommend, and have for years, is American Hartford Gold. I trust them. I've personally done business with them. They sell physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. And they make it very easy. So call them right now. Make sure you tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Since I have been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold shot up more than 40%. Silver, more than 60%. So don't wait. Call them now. 866-501-5201. 866-501-5201. Or text Bill to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201. Or text Bill to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.